I am delighted to be able to. Hello, lovely people. Welcome to Love Advice TV. I am so excited to be able to share with you some of the 5 myths that I have discovered over the last 10 years when it comes to trying to rebuild a relationship with someone that you care deeply about. The first myth is that no contact will make your ex forget about you. Many people fear that by going into a no contact, by purposefully trying to not reach out to their significant other, that it's somehow going to make their ex move on and forget about them. And the reality in the field, what I have seen is that actually nothing could be further from the truth. In reality, by choosing to give your significant other space, both you and your significant other can gain clarity, can reduce the negative emotions, and if approached the right way, can make it a lot more likely for your significant other to feel your absence and to reflect on the positive elements of the relationship. So, if you're afraid that pulling away is going to make your significant other forget about you and move on and find someone else, know that it is a common fear. But the reality is that that's not what I see in the field. The second myth is that people feel that you need to act indifferent, as if you don't care, in order to get your significant other back into your life. And that also isn't true. Acting cold, pretending like you don't care, in order to try to create some sort of mystery, is not going to help you rebuild an authentic, genuine connection with your significant other. As a matter of fact, manipulative behavior most often backfires and it pushes your significant other further away. You don't want to try to trigger them on social media only to be triggered by the fact that they do the same thing to you. And we don't need to resort to manipulative behaviors in order to win back the heart of the person that you love. Actually, I want you to do the exact opposite. I want you to reflect, to learn, and to grow authentically in order to have something new to offer and for them to feel like they are choosing you, not guilt tripping them into taking you back. That isn't what we're trying to achieve here. It's not just about getting back together, it's about creating a healthy dynamic. And that is what I want for you. Another myth that I've heard, a third myth that I've seen quite a bit, is that reaching out first to an ex means that you've lost power. And many times, individuals who only look at relationship as a conflict of power, a power struggle, tend to feel that way. You can never reach out first. But that is not true. And I, as a coach, actually encourage you to reach out after a healthy period of no contact when you're ready to do so, when you've done the work. No, you will not lose leverage by reaching out to your significant other first. Actually, it can demonstrate emotional maturity and confidence and well being, and the fact that you're thoughtful if you do it the right way, if the timing is right as well. And the key is for you, again, to have a plan, to be intentional, and to actually have some things to show for it, not just reaching out for the sake of reaching out. Another myth that you may feel very strongly about is that you need to get back together very quickly, otherwise you will have missed your window. And many people who reach out to me feel like if reconciliation has not happened fast within, let's say, a period of 6 weeks after a breakup, that it won't happen at all. And the truth is that sometimes, for certain cases, you need to rebuild trust, and that can take time. And also, rebuilding attraction can take time, especially if you have not been going about it the right way. And so, the more patient you are, the more thoughtful you are, the more considerate you are, the more likely you will bring about lasting change that can impact your relationship the right way. So, don't rush out of fear that your significant other is going to move on, or just because you have not been in touch doesn't mean that you have to reach out so that they forget about you, or so that they don't forget about you, I should say. No, have a plan in place and don't feel rushed by this false notion of time. The fifth myth that I want to talk to you about is that you need to be the one to get your ex to apologize first. Like you're waiting for your ex to make that first move and to apologize in order to make sure that you again maintain some leverage. But what I have seen is that being willing to acknowledge your part of why the relationship broke down, expressing genuine remorse, can actually open the door for healthy dialogue and a potential reconciliation. I'm not encouraging you to send a love letter. I'm not encouraging you to be needy. I'm not encouraging you to be desperate. What I'm trying to tell you is that you need to be authentic and you need to be sincere in your approach. And if you reconnect with your significant other the right way, if you're able to show maturity, emotional maturity, acceptance, and detachment, and if you have the confidence to acknowledge that you could have done some things better during the relationship, or that your behavior at the end, towards, at the time of the breakup was selfish, and if you're able to do that without being needy and desperate, it can really help rebuild trust. And it can really pave the way for your significant other to feel like actually they can interact with you. It's not going to be dramatic. You're not going to latch on. And that all hope is not lost. That is what I've seen in the field. And that are I know for a fact that those misconceptions are very prevalent, because I work with individuals every single day in private coaching who are blown away by the possibilities and by some of their own false beliefs. And by the way, if you've been considering private coaching, know that you can reach out to my team for a free assessment. Sometimes I even jump on some of these calls, look at what you're going through, and provide you with my feedback to share with you if coaching is the right fit for you and for me. And to also share with you what the right private coaching package would make sense in order to build a new lasting relationship based on love. So if this is something that you want to see and learn about and discover if it's the right fit for you, know that I have put in the description of this video a link for you to schedule your free discovery session with myself or with a member of my team. And I am so delighted to be able to do this video and to be able to provide you with some of these misconceptions and things that I see very, very, very often. I'm just going to make sure that I share also this link to schedule this free session with you in the chat, so that you can open this page and schedule this free session with my team at any time that you feel ready to do so. I also wanted to share with you that my dear friend, colleague, Coach Alex, is doing a free live training in 45 minutes. 45 minutes from now, he's doing a free live training. And I was just meeting with him last night. And we really want to do more, especially during these tough times, to provide you with more support, more free content, more resources, so that you feel supported on this journey, and so that you are able to leverage what we have learned to reach your goals. So if you didn't know that Coach Alex is going to do a free live training in 45 minutes and you want to join this free live training, I'm also sharing the link in the description, in the comment section. Click on it, register, and join this free live training. It's going to be really, really amazing, and you're going to learn so much. So Shoka says, "Oh, Coach, I disagree with one thing that you shared, although your advice has helped me so much over the years. Please tell me, what is it that you disagree on? I'm interested and also eager to learn from you." Ducky says, my ex's birthday is tomorrow, but I'm not ready to break no contact 54 days in, only because I know if I would be taking a step back in my progression. Ducky, I'm so impressed. Actually, this is amazing. The self-awareness, the maturity, and the fact that you are prioritizing your own growth. Beautiful. You don't need to reach out to your ex just for the sake of reaching out to them, just because you feel guilty. Sometimes it's actually in not reaching out to them on their birthday that we can make more progress and send a message that indeed you've accepted and you've moved forward. So if you feel that reaching out to them on their birthday will lead to a setback on your end, don't reach out. It's definitely not worth it. And again, you are fighting the good fight, and I am so, so, so happy for you. Stretch says, hey, I really need help. 42 days ago, my ex broke up with me after being together for 3 years. She ended it for the 5th time. She has blocked me on everything. Will starting a no contact still works? So I'm really sorry to hear about what you're going through. Being together for 3 years, it can be devastating. She ended it for a 5th time. 5th time. There's an unhealthy pattern there where the same person keeps breaking up and coming back, changing their mind. There are structural, fundamental issues in this relationship that need to be addressed. So more than just wondering if no contact will work, I encourage you to really try to understand why this person has broken up with you 5 times. And once you identify the root cause of this issue, then we can put a plan in place to give yourself an opportunity to actually rebuild a healthy relationship, right? Because that's the goal. And if you're unsure how to go about doing that, if you have blind spots, again, I encourage you to connect with my team so that we can figure out if private coaching could be right for you, so that we can find answers and so that you can find a path and a way forward, so that you can rebuild this relationship the right way. She said she had strong words, from what I understand, about despising you and not wanting you in her life, despite the fact that you love her and that you think she's the one. So, very often I hear these types of comments. People will say things in the heat of emotion, out of anger, out of resentment, but it's just the reality of that moment's emotion. It is fleeting. And if you put the right actions in place, if you have the right plan, we can change her mind. Really, truly. And because you will have evolved, and her view of the relationship and the way that she sees you will evolve as well. So do not despair. And again, I am here, and it would be my pleasure to connect with you, to work with you, and to make sure that we are able to reach your goals. So Ducky says that he'll be at the free life training from Coach Alex, and make sure that you check the time. Make sure that you don't miss it, because I think it's gonna be amazing. So Alan says, my porn addiction destroyed my relationship. I've got a porn blocker app and I got myself clean. Amazing. So happy for you. Transformational, life-changing stuff right there. And that's all to your credit. All addictions are tough. And, we all struggle. The fact that you are self-aware, that you've put in the work, that you've set boundaries for yourself, and that you have the courage to acknowledge that is so beautiful. I actually just finished recording a video on this topic of porn addiction for my other channel, Happily Committed, where I help individuals that are in long-term committed relationships to strive for healthier love. So I encourage you to please subscribe to that channel, Alan, Happily Committed on YouTube, and you will learn so much actually of information that I think can really help you. And I'm eager for you to also share with me and with the community what you have learned on your journey, because this, your experience matters, it's relevant, and we can learn from it. So thank you so much for sharing, and I'm so happy for you and for what you've already accomplished. Keep it up. Marco says, together 13 years. I was needy and controlling to a point that she left me. She is with someone else but hasn't blocked me and still reaches out to me. What would be the best way to go about it? So Marcos, 13 years is a long time. All hope is not lost. The fact that she's with someone else doesn't mean that all hope is lost. Many times individuals who have been in long-term relationships don't know how to be alone. And so they jump into a rebound relationship to make themselves feel better and to not to have to face their demons, their shortcomings, their struggles, right? It's a lot easier to just brush things under the rug than to actually do the work, reflect on some of the things that you need to better about yourself, and to take this healthy approach to personal growth. My hope is that you are doing that. That is the key, first and foremost. If you don't, if you're not approaching this process as one of personal transformation and growth, you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're going to get back together and break up and get back together and break up, and that's not what I want for you. I have helped so many people get back together, even when their significant other was in a rebound relationship, Marcos. So please, I implore you, click on the link that you'll see in the description of this video, set up a free discovery call with someone on my team, share your story. It might be even me scheduling you for this free discovery call, but I cannot guarantee it because I'm quite busy. Either way, you're going to speak to someone that's compassionate, that's going to learn about you. I will have access to your story, and I will tell you if I can help, if private coaching is the right fit for you based on the nuances of what you're going through, and you will maximize your chances of getting back together quickly in a healthy dynamic. But our hope is not lost, and you are fighting the good fight, so do not despair. I hope that this is helpful and that it will give you hope, because I know that a lot of you don't have hope anymore. So Matt says, no contact for 5 months. She has not contacted me. She has a restraining order on her parents. I am phone blocked. I guess I haven't tried to contact her. Where am I at? So, Matt, I need to know more. Every time I hear restraining order, I want to tread lightly. I want to make sure that this is the right person for you. I want to make sure that you guys can make each other happy. I want to make sure that that you are fighting the good fight. And so also I encourage you to book this free discovery call to figure out if this even makes sense, right? The point is to be with someone with whom you can build a life in unity and where you guys can make each other better, not to just cling on to a faltering relationship. Because I ultimately I see relationships as a pathway to make us better, to develop qualities, and to really strive to become better. So OG says, what if you blanked up? What if you messed up and didn't choose to apologize for it in order to start no contact? Now it's 3 months later. So again, as I was saying in this video, sometimes it is necessary to apologize, especially when you've messed up, in order to start to rebuild trust. It's never too late. Now, I don't know the intricacies of what you're going through. And so I really encourage you to also book a discovery session so that I can understand what you mean when you say you messed up, so that we can assess actually what the next best step is for you. Oftentimes, an accountability letter is amazing. It is not a love letter. And it doesn't have to be long. It can be short, but it's just a way to start for walls to come down and for us to be able to reconnect in a healthy way. So OG, please, I encourage you to check it out. Okay, fantastic, Marcos. So happy that you're focused. Alan, I'm so happy that you're also putting in the work. The idea to rebuild trust is consistency of action. The more you are able to feel good and to feel confident that you're not going to slip back up into these dynamics, the easier it will be to convey that to her, because she will feed off of your certitude and off of your actions and the new habits that you will have set. Tyree says, my ex and I worked together and I've been broken up for 4 years, but stayed in contact. What I suspect is she is seeing another coworker. What do I do? 4 years is a long time, Tyree. So you should have a clean slate by now, right? And even if she's seeing another coworker, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the end, as long as you're able to maximize the interactions that you have with her. So I encourage you to go check out Coach Alex's neuroscience free live training that's starting in 30 minutes. Let me put the link again in case you have not registered. If you have not registered, do that right now. It's going to be life-changing for you, definitely, especially because you have this access to her. And also, schedule a free discovery call with my team so that perhaps we can see how we can right away leverage these interactions that you have with her. I think that could be very, very beneficial to you. Sabrina says, why do men come back after 8 years? We wanted a marriage proposal. Cheating occurred due to sabotage. After 3 months, he is in love with someone else. So it seems like there's a whole lot of drama. And after 8 years, he came back, and now he's jumping into another relationship. Make sure that this is a stable individual who isn't just seeking to basically soothe his ego. And again, you have to be very clear about not just be drawn and attracted to someone, but see qualities in them that actually lead you to believe that you can build a life together, right? I don't want you to fight a fight in vain. It's not about just getting back together. It's about making sure that you guys can build unity, that you guys can make each other better, and that you can build a life together, Sabrina. So make sure that you have clarity in that regard before you even consider fighting the good fight and trying to rebuild a connection with this man. And sometimes men come back 8 years later. The truth is, men often come back. Once we mature and grow and realize the mistakes and what we've done. I actually was just recording a video just this morning on this topic. So stay tuned for that. You'll see it's going to come out on my other YouTube channel. I have so many YouTube channels, I'm so sorry, called No Contact Mindset. It's all about the right mindset to repair a broken relationship. Go on YouTube, type No Contact Mindset by Coach Adrian, and you will see this video posted probably in a few days from now. So there's Love Advice TV, where I come and I do a live every Wednesday. There is No Contact Mindset, where I really help you work on your mindset to rebuild a healthy relationship. There's Happily Committed, where I give advice for people who were or are in long-term committed relationships. There's free live trainings happening, like today, in a few minutes or hours. By clicking on the link, we are really, really trying to provide you with as much support and guidance as we can. And if you're considering investing in yourself, and if you feel like you need private coaching to reach your goal faster and with more support, you can book a free assessment with my team. All those are new resources, things that I did not do even like a few months ago, because I'm really trying to push myself to be more present for you. So all of those are resources at your disposal, and I hope that you will take full advantage of that. Alan says, I'm improving myself, going to the gym, seeing a coach, cannot afford your service. No problem. I'm here. You like I said, you have all these resources for you. Private coaching is costly. It's an investment, and not everyone can make it, and that's okay. I want to help everybody, though. I want to make sure that you feel supported. That's why I do these videos, and you can count on me to continue to provide you with free life trainings. Alan, I actually have another resource for you, just because you are fighting the good fight, my friend. I think that this can also be beneficial for you. Click on this. Let me make sure that I send you the right link here. It is a free guide that I've created that's downloadable. It is free. And it's the 10 mistakes to avoid when trying to get back with your significant other. So click on this link here, and you're going to be able to access this gift right away. All this is to support you, right? All right, I hope that this will help you. Nitish says, Coach, you missed my comment. It's lengthy, but please do respond. I'm losing my mind, or I lost my own thoughts. I didn't see a comment, Nitish, so I'm sorry if I missed it. I found it. Long distance for 3 years in 8-year relationships. Never lived together. Lived in the same city for 3 months. Initially pleaded. She's dating her roommate. Started no contact a month ago. Okay. So the key is for you to not let your emotions get the best of you, right? It's not about acting from a place of desperation. You need to have a plan. And I also encourage you to download this free gift that I just shared with you, the 10 mistakes to avoid when trying to get back together with your significant other. I will also put it in the description in case you're watching this video and it's not live. It's okay. I get it. We're busy. We have to work. Many things going on. I will put that link in the description so that you have access to this free resource. Nitish is going to really help you a lot, because I think that you're making some of the common mistakes that I talk about when at the very beginning of this video, when I talk about the myths to avoid. So, wow. Miss Hershey talks about together for 24 years. My ex and I have been separated for 6 years. He's still with the person he cheated on me with. We're in contact at least once a month. Is it possible? He wants me back and doesn't know how to say it. Yeah, it definitely is possible. Perhaps there's guilt and there's resentment, although it's been so long. I helped individuals get back together after years apart when two individuals have dated others. And there's tons of testimonials that I can share with you. I think if you go back to last week's live, I was sharing testimonials with individuals who have been in very similar situation than you, Miss Hershey. So, have you healed? Are you ready to engage? Do you feel strong enough to connect with him and to initiate? And if you do so with self-respect and with boundaries, we can kind of pave the way for him to open up a little bit, for us to know where he's at. But again, he needs to have learned. He needs to have really evolved, and he needs to be able to articulate how things will be different, and he needs to earn your trust again before you consider jumping into another relationship with this person, even though I'm sure that it is really, really hard. 24 years is a lifetime. There's a lot to fight for here, Miss Urshi. It would be my pleasure to also work with you if private coaching is something that you want to invest in. So, um, so I am here if and when you are ready. Friends, Coach Alex is doing a very, very special live. If you're serious about maximizing your chances, even if you don't have a budget, it's free. Go check it out. It's going to start soon. And I've put the link in the chat. Make sure that you register before it closes, and go there. You're going to learn so much. You're going to feel so empowered, and you're going to feel ready to act. And ultimately, that's what I want for you, that you act, that you're not afraid of making mistakes. And if you do this, good things will happen. That's what fighting the good fight is all about. So I wanted to thank you. Know that I am going to be coming on regularly to continue to do these lives every week. So even if I didn't get a chance to answer your question right now, do not despair. I just want to, both of you talk now. There's been a couple of comments here about a letter. So I just want to close on this. I messed up and broke up with my girlfriend, wanted to come back. After 3 months, I wrote her a letter about what I went through, and I'm ready to commit. She messaged back that she is in a new relationship. So do not panic, okay? Just because she's in a new relationship, it may be a way of protecting herself, and it may be that she's afraid of getting hurt again. We need to rebuild trust. I would love to see your letter to be able to assess the damage done. Because just because you wrote a letter doesn't mean that it was the right type of letter. I would love to see your letter. So book this discovery call with my team, share it with them, and I will take a look at it and see if, what's the best way forward from here. Because the truth is, the nuances of every situation matters. You need to put a plan in place that is adapted to your situation. Don't do a copy paste. Don't do this random thing that you found online if it doesn't make sense for you. You need to use your brain. You need to grow. You need to evolve. You need to really develop new habits and new qualities in order to not go through multiple breakups, in order to really have a new and improved relationship. That is what this is all about. And so no matter what your significant other said, Daki, it's okay. Focus on you, on what you can control. Let's kind of celebrate small steps and victories along the way. Let's reflect on our actions and take it from there. And that's what I will leave you with today. So be careful. There are myths about breakup recovery. Many people are very confused because there's so much information out there, and because we carry with us some of society's assumptions about love and about relationship and about exes that aren't always true. You want to have a clear plan, and you want to focus on what you can control. And if you do this, good things will happen. So that's what fighting the good fight is all about. Thank you for your trust. I will be back for another live next week at this time. We're at 12 p.m. noon Eastern. Don't hesitate to share your questions with me so that I can answer them at that time. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your support as well. It's my pleasure and my delight to be your coach. And I cannot wait to continue to work together in order for you to fight the good fight. Take good care.